Good morning, y'all. What's going on? I'm Frank. Welcome back to the channel. It's Saturday morning. So, yesterday was a decent day. It was so there's days when I have a lot on my mind, and there's days when I have a lot on my heart. The days that I have a lot on my mind um, aren't as bad as the days I have a lot on my heart. When I have a lot on my heart, today's one of those days already. So, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Today's one of those days. Today's the day I have a lot on my heart. So yesterday I had a lot on my mind. Um, where my thoughts wander, but it's not as bad as the days that I have a lot on my heart. The days that I have a lot on my heart, they hurt. That's today. Right, that's today. Uh, so Rachel came to the house yesterday and picked up her stuff, and I sent her a message prior to, and I said, "Can you please just give me a heads up?" Um, of course she did it, and it's been, I don't know, maybe 2 months um, since she left this time, and part of me was glad that she got her clothes. Because I was just gonna, and I think I spoke about this before. I was just gonna put them in a bag, and I was gonna be absolutely respectful, make sure they were folded up. I probably would have took better care than she did. And she was like, "No, I don't want my stuff thrown in a bag." And I was like, "Well, that's exactly what you're gonna do with it, right?" And that's exactly what was done. Uh, she left stuff, and I'm like, "Man, why'd you leave this? You know, why'd you leave this stuff?" Once again, it goes to giving me like false hope, right? And it's weird because, like I said, and I've seen comments. People said, "Oh, that's not true. You take it right back." If she was to come to me right now and say, "Yo, I'm sorry. I want to come home," I'd leave. Uh, just because I don't want you to come home and then stop talking to me in 2 days, right? So that's what I would do. Even though I know that that's not what she wants. I know that that's not for the best, right? Sucks. Sucks. And then I was like, all right, should I just throw this stuff in a bag? Should I just get rid of it? Did she leave it because it's stuff she doesn't want? I don't know. I don't know the answers to any of it. And then I think, and I'm like, man, and I always think about my feelings and thoughts last. And I'm like, well, it doesn't really feel good to me, right? You know, and I just, and then yesterday I went to my father's house, and I've been going over there to just check on his wife. Um, I know he would appreciate that. So I've been going there to just check on his wife, see how she's doing, if nothing more than to be company, right? Just company, if nothing more. Um, and then I'm like, then it has me thinking, and like kind of a little upset. Maybe not even upset, but disappointed. Because like I thought, even though I knew that her actions and a lot of times her words said differently, but I thought um that she, meaning Rachel, wanted the best for me, right? I thought that our feelings were somewhat comparable, right? But I always knew, and I used to tell her this. I used to tell her, look, I love you more. You can say what you want, but we both know. And I knew it then, and now, I used to joke about it, but I know it now, you know. And it's that realization, like, yep, you were right. You were right. I'm so quick when somebody shows me who they are now, I believe them, right? I'm so quick to distance myself from somebody because I consider my time very precious, right? The same way I consider anybody else's time very precious. It could be a stranger. I understand their time is precious. It's very limited, right? So I consider my time very precious. So if there's people around me that they bullshitting, you got to get away. Can't be around me no more, right? If you're around me and you ain't helping to sharpen me up, you got to go. You can't be around me. But there was one exception to that rule, right? And that was the most important person in my life, my wife. She was the only exception to that rule because she showed me for years what she thought of me, you know, and she's told me numerous times, you know. And I made one exception, probably in the one place that I never should, right? But I did. And then I also think, like, damn, why do you hate me the way you do? Right? Like, why do you hate me the way you do? I didn't do, if we're being 100% honest and transparent, I didn't shit on you. And that's something that uh, anybody that knows me knows that. She knows that. I know that. Our children know that. You know, I didn't shit on you. You didn't have to shit on me. Right? Then I also think is, man, she probably convinced herself. She probably convinced herself that what I did, what I said, what I didn't do, what I didn't say was the absolute worst. Right? Because of what she's been through in the past. And probably scared, like, damn, no, this, that. But then that's me trying to find excuses or reasons or rationality in somebody else's behavior. That's crazy of me, right? We can't try to rationalize somebody's behavior. We just can't. So it's just something I find myself doing though, right? I find myself constantly doing that. You know? And then I think of the girls. So somebody asked who the girls were. The girls are the twins, right? Or uh Rachel's biological daughters. They're not mine. I just raised them. They're not biologically mine though. But these girls, and when I tell you they mean the world to me, they mean the absolute world to me. Um, and I think like, damn, they didn't, they know my father died. You know, it's just the way it is, though. It's just the way it is, though, right? Once again, it's just a reminder of how little that I control in my life. Control from fingertip to fingertip. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it. Thank you guys for listening. Remember to be kind, loving, and patient. Thank you guys. If y'all in a relationship, if y'all in a marriage, if you have somebody that you care about in your life, um, make sure you let them know. Talk to them. Say I'm sorry. Be willing to forgive before it's too late. Because that seed will destroy it. I promise you it will. I promise you. And if you're lucky, you'll be sitting here in your car making videos. If you're unlucky, you won't, and you'll be in the ground, right? Think about how many people from situations like this uh, end up taking their lives, right? Because the weight gets too heavy. Think about that. Thank you guys. Um, if you're watching, I miss you. I love you. I hope this is easier for you than it is for me. Thank you guys.